Shepard Smith there at the tag of that open. He feels like he's been transported to some other world. Are you watching? You guys got your monitors on Fox News right now? Yeah, Shepard Smith looks like he has dyed his hair. I'm not talking about the bald guy that's on the screen right now. A nice dome that it is. But Shepard Smith dyed his hair. Is that not the indicator that he's going to be running for public office? Because isn't that what they always do? They have to drop a few pounds, dye their hair, give us that look. Like, oh, you see, I'm younger than I really am. Well, there you are. JD, bald and old, here with you on the program. Good to have you on board. The number, if you want to be a part of the program, is 800-876-4123. On the program, where we like our flying a little turbulent, our women a little crazy, our politics a little messy. Marcella working the dials, Brad producing the program. Emails at the website, jerrydoyle.com. And here's a poll question for you today and every day. In-flight calling is being rolled out on Virgin Airlines' new A330 aircraft. Besides phone calls, customers will be able to access text messages and email. In-flight phone calls? What do you say to that? 8% say, how about a talking-only section on the plane? Maybe we could add a smoking section, too. 16% say, great idea, long overdue. 28% say the terrorists are doing cartwheels. And 48% say no, 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 and no. I think the no's have the yes there on the poll results. Yours there at the website or here at 800-876-4123 on the program, where intellectual anarchy is encouraged and nurtured for now. In this time of divided politics, it's nice to come across something where we can find some unity, some commonality, some tranquility, that maybe we do have hope for the future, that people on separate sides of the aisle, people with different opinions about the economy and the debts and the deficits and social programs and what the country needs to do going forward, can actually find a place where they can come together and decide that it's time to find a common bond. I found it courtesy of one of my favorite purveyors, Maker's Mark, which is one of the all-time fab bourbons that's out there. As a matter of fact, I would only fly Delta Airlines when I was heading down to my home in Florida, because Delta served those little mini Maker's Mark bottles, you know, with the little dip top on it. Continental didn't have it. So I became a Delta flyer because of Maker's Mark. That's how good the product is. Sometimes not even the best schedule on Delta comparative to Continental Airlines, because you couldn't get nonstops out of L.A. into Palm Beach. So you'd have to go through Houston or you'd have to go through Atlanta. I sometimes would go with Delta just because of the Maker's Mark. Now, James Carville, big lefty, Mary Matlin, medium-sized righty, they have decided that it's time to come together, and they think that the place where we should all join up to start moving forward in one direction is not the Republican Party, it's not the Democrat Party, it's not the Libertarian Party, it's the Cocktail Party.
It isn't about the Tea Party.
It isn't about the Green Party.
It isn't about the Independent Party.
It isn't about the Libertarian Party.
It isn't about the Democratic Party.
And it isn't about the Republican Party.
But it is about the Cocktail Party. Maker's Mark proudly supports the Cocktail Party.
This comes to me from Maker's Mark, where you can sign up to be an ambassador. You can actually even get a bottle sent to you on your birthday. But they write here, my fellow ambassador, marking our mark this year's election, we just got a little more exciting because our friends James Carville and Mary Matlin have joined the Cocktail Party. They're helping our cause by campaigning for the kind of balance, good taste, and full-bodied spirit lost in political discourse. James Carville said, quote, what this country needs now is an end to the petty squabbling. And since it doesn't look like either party is going to provide any of that for the next 4 years, maybe we should all just kick back, relax, and have a cocktail. Yeah, huh? What a concept. No, we have to get Mitt Romney elected because the socialist Obama is going to bring America to its knees. Mary Matlin says, for once, I agree with James. It's time to bring the masses together and enjoy some Maker's Mark. They write to me as an esteemed Maker's Mark ambassador and bona fide member of the Cocktail Party. You can take a look at our new Super PAC-free campaign spot featuring James and Mary by visiting our YouTube channel, youtube.com/makersmark. Also, you can keep up with the Cocktail Party happenings, and you can find the recipe for our official cocktail, The Conservative, at their website, makersmark.com/cocktail party. Emily from Maker's Mark signs off with this. In America today, it's time for honesty. It's time to bring people together. It's time to mix things up. It's time for Maker's Mark and the Cocktail Party. And she signs off, "In bourbon, we trust." So I guess we can all agree that sometimes, in the words of John Belushi's character in Animal House, my suggestion to you is to start drinking heavily. Because when I look at the news about, the old little debt ceiling thing that's coming up right around the corner, don't you know? Bill Clinton says, I don't expect anything to get done between now and the election. He's talking politics. He expects a lot to get done, especially when Hillary's out of town. But what he's talking about is we're not going to see anything really happen until after the election, because it's all about the election, and it's all about them doing what's right for us. And speaking of elections, while we can agree that the cocktail party might be the place to be, we can probably also agree that the former Democrat senator and governor of New Jersey, John Corzine, is a scumbag, and Barack Obama is a big old hypocrite.
In Washington, is justice for sale? Nearly 4 years after America's financial collapse, not a single senior Wall Street executive has been charged with a crime. Not one. Why? Could it be because Obama raised $49 million from Wall Street? More than any candidate in history? He rewarded top Wall Street donors and supporters with senior jobs. His chief of staff made millions from Wall Street, after Wall Street received billions in bailout money. And Obama stacked his Justice Department with former white-collar criminal defense attorneys. Now, John Corzine, former senator and New Jersey governor, has lost $1.6 billion in customers' money, but hasn't been charged. Corzine has raised over $500,000 for Obama, and Obama still lists Corzine as a fundraiser. Under Obama, Wall Street keeps winning, and Obama keeps taking their cash. Tell Obama to stop protecting his Wall Street donors.
Stop protecting your Wall Street donors. Like he's going to listen. Okay, there. I just did what you told me with that ad. It's a good ad. $49 million for Big O from Wall Street. Those evil, greedy bastards on Wall Street. Those capitalists run amok. Those institutionalized players that are completely out of control. And we vow to make sure that we crack down on those greedy people. And we here in the Democrat Party, we would never allow that to happen because you're getting screwed by the wealthy. It's the one percenters out there. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. I took $49 million from the one percenters. Well, you see, I had to take $49 million from the one percenters because I, President Obama, have between somewhere in the area of $500,000 to $1 million in J.P. Morgan Chase stock. The bank is right now being looked at by the Justice Department after this massive trading loss that they sustained, even though they still showed a profit of about $4 billion for the quarter. But the Obamas not only deal with J.P. Morgan, they deal with the Private Client Asset Management Division. That's how much money they have, which is estimated to be somewhere around $10 million. And we don't begrudge the money. Don't care. Doesn't matter if you have $1, $1 million, $10 million like the Obamas supposedly have, $120 million like the Clintons supposedly have, or $250 million like Mitt Romney has. Doesn't matter. Just don't lie to us. Just don't Zoom us. Don't just try and vilify something while you're doing something else. John Corzine, one of the biggest scumbags on the planet, stole $1.6 billion from his customers at MF Global, lied in front of a congressional hearing, and he's bundling on behalf of Obama while Obama and the Democrats try to throw Wall Street under the bus. This is politics in America today. It's the scene out of Casablanca. We're shutting this place down because of illegal gambling. I'm shocked to find out there's gambling going on as an institution. You're winning, sir. Oh, thank you. You know all the scene with Claude Rains. That's the game. That's the game on Capitol Hill. They stand there and say, I stand on the side of, you fill in the blank. The other side stands against them standing on the side of, you fill in the blank. Here's the bottom line. The special interest own this country. But the special interest folks aren't the government. The people decide who represents them in government. Government is supposed to be there to protect the people, not the special interests. It's such a simple concept. But our system has been co-opted by the influence of money and the deals that get done to pay off the people that pave the way for them financially to continue to gain more power. And to answer to who? As they become more powerful with more money from the special interest, who do they beholden to? The special interest. And where are you and I? The pawns on the chessboard. That's why there's so many pawns on the chessboard, because the pawns are expendable. There's only one king and one queen, and last I remembered, we fought a war to get away from that. But here we are now, fighting that same war again, against the royalty, against the moneyed interest, against the people who look at us as the little people. We're nuisances. We're tax-paying units. We're just something that they have to appease or tell us something that they're doing to help us with our lives. The special interests are not the government, but they think they are. They've got the power. They're giving the power to the powerful. The haves keeping the have-nots from having what the haves have. We, the people, have decided who we want to have represent us. Then the representatives get there and answer to who? The special interest. The government is there to protect the people from the special interest. Laws are put on the books to protect the oppressed from the oppressors. It's to protect the minorities from the majority. It's to protect the voiceless from the loudest voices that have the best connections. John Corzine is a crook. He should be in a jumpsuit, at least in front of a jury and probably in jail. But that very same guy is so connected and so tied in with the special interest that he doesn't even care that you know, and the president doesn't care that you know, that John Corzine is raising money for the president's reelection. That's how little they care about you and I.
This is the Jerry Doyle Show.
The day of reckoning is coming. Oh, supposedly there's going to be a criminal investigation into the trading activities of J.P. Morgan by the Securities and Exchange Commission and the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Corporation. I'm sure the FBI will get involved, the DDD, the DOA, the TSA, the CIA, the NSA, the ZZZ, and the CCC. They'll have committee hearings and subcommittee hearings, and the hearings will be called to order, and they'll tell us this is an outrage. And then they'll run across the street to their collective offices and go into their oversized phone booths and raise money for their reelection, and ain't nothing gonna benefit you and I. Viva la revolution. Stick with me.
This is the Jerry Doyle Show.